I'm Mr. Ballmer. I'd like to know what opportunities you see in Mexico specifically for software development, so we can become a worldwide leader in that sector. What do we need to be there?
I say essentially the same thing in many countries, which is to start with the current base. If this is something government's trying to encourage, start with the base of business and entrepreneurship in the country, and then push into adjacent technology and software businesses. That generally works well, unless you're really lucky and you happen to have next Bill Gates. If he's growing up right now in Mexico City or Monterrey or Bogota, great. Then maybe the business will be started. But in general, why has Microsoft been successful? Well, Bill was brilliant and he had a great partner, but we had Boeing in Seattle. And Boeing was actually a center of software development expertise in the 70s and 80s. And so it's not just the IT industries that create IT jobs. And that's a point I'm trying to reinforce as I visit all countries. An IT industry is built in an applied science way with a variety of other industries. Perhaps oil and gas, for example, the telecom industry. There are some real bases of industrial expertise in Mexico as there are here in Colombia and elsewhere. We have a services business. It's 6,000 people around the world, but we're not going to become hundreds of thousands. We're focused in on investing in computer-based services, meaning we want to be a software company like Microsoft, which is a cloud services company, not a people services company, which is really the focus of IBM and Accenture and a number of others.
We have the chance to do another one, so
okay.
Let me do it. Daniel, España, la República.
A mí me gustaría preguntar, ¿cuál debe ser el papel, digamos, de la nube y en general de la tecnología en el desarrollo de la economía? Y pues de alguna manera, contravía, ¿cuál es el aporte que debe hacer el gobierno en ese sentido para sacar el mayor provecho?
Yeah. Well, the cloud is an underpinning technology for everything information technology. For the cloud to really work requires great broadband infrastructure. I think the government can play a few roles. Number one, does the government have a regulatory environment and a set of incentives that cause the telecom industry to be willing to invest correctly in order to really support these needs? Is there a spectrum policy when it comes to wireless and cellular that allows these technologies to be broadly used? And so I think regulatory policy as it relates is super important. That's number one. Number two, the government should be a good user of the cloud. The government shouldn't be the last organization in the country. And yet there's a tendency by government to be a little more conservative on its IT usage than it is for some private companies. Particularly when you look in most countries at how fragmented local government and healthcare is, the opportunity for government to use the cloud to change some of the government's services, healthcare, education, local government, I think is really quite large. And then number three, there will be areas where government's trying to push economic development, and in almost all cases, IT is a part of the answer, and the cloud is a part of that.